The Canada 2012 5-cent coin, often referred to as the nickel, holds a special place in Canadian currency as it represents both historical continuity and modern minting standards. Even though it is one of the lower denominations in circulation, it carries a deep cultural and economic story. The 5-cent coin in Canada has a long history dating back to the 19th century, and the 2012 issue continues this legacy. Unlike earlier silver 5-cent coins from the late 1800s and early 1900s, the modern 2012 version is composed primarily of steel with nickel plating, giving it durability while keeping production costs low. The Royal Canadian Mint, which is responsible for striking all Canadian coins, ensured that this coin followed the high standards of precision and detail that they are globally known for. The obverse of the 2012 Canadian 5-cent coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by artist Susanna Blunt. This portrait has been in use on Canadian coinage since 2003 and is noted for being a more realistic and unadorned image of the Queen, without a crown. The inscription around the portrait reads, Elizabeth II Dei Regina, which stands for Dei Gratia Regina, meaning, by the grace of God, Queen. This inscription reflects Canada's constitutional monarchy and the historical ties to the British Crown. The obverse design is simple, elegant, and familiar to Canadians, serving as a reminder of national tradition. On the reverse side of the 2012 nickel, the design most Canadians recognize immediately is the beaver sitting on a log, which has been a national symbol of Canada for centuries. This reverse design was created by artist G. Kruger Gray and has been used consistently since 1937, making it one of the longest-running designs in Canadian coinage. The beaver is symbolic not only because of its natural association with Canadian wildlife, but also because of its historical role in the fur trade, which was a foundational part of Canada's early economy. The inscriptions on the reverse include the word Canada, the denomination 5 cents, and the date, 2012. Below the beaver is a small maple leaf, another iconic Canadian emblem, further reinforcing the coin's national identity. In terms of technical specifications, the 2012 5-cent coin has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters, a thickness of 1.76 millimeters, and a weight of 3.95 grams. Its composition is primarily steel, plated with multiple layers of nickel, and it has a multi-sided 12-edge design, although to the casual observer it may appear round. This multi-sided shape gives it a distinct feel and helps visually impaired individuals identify the coin more easily. The edge of the coin is smooth, not reeded, which also distinguishes it from higher denomination coins. The use of plated steel was part of the Royal Canadian Mint's cost-saving measures introduced in the year 2000, and by 2012, all Canadian nickels followed this standard. From a collector's perspective, the 2012 Canada 5-cent coin is considered a modern circulation coin, so its value is generally equal to its face value of 5 cents in everyday transactions. However, certain conditions can make it more desirable. Coins that have been kept in pristine, uncirculated, or mint state condition can be worth slightly more to collectors, typically in the range of 50 cents to $2 USD, depending on the market and condition. Coins with errors, such as misstrikes, doubling, or missing plating, can carry significantly higher value, sometimes reaching $50 or more, depending on rarity and demand. Most 2012 nickels were produced in large quantities, so they are common, but coin collectors always seek out those in top condition or with unique minting characteristics. The historical significance of the Canadian nickel also adds to its cultural value. Since 1922, the nickel has been made with a beaver design, and it has survived changes in metal composition, economic shifts, and even debates about whether to eliminate smaller coins from circulation. In fact, by 2012, there was already discussion in Canada about the cost-effectiveness of keeping the 1-cent coin, the penny, in circulation. The penny was eventually discontinued in 2013, making the 2012 nickel part of the last era in which Canadians still used both the 1-cent and 5-cent coins together. This small detail makes the 2012 nickel historically relevant as it represents the end of an era in Canadian currency. Another point of interest is the role of the Royal Canadian Mint in producing coins with cutting-edge technology. The 2012 nickel is part of the Mint's efforts to improve anti-counterfeiting measures and efficiency in coin production. While the nickel is not as heavily targeted by counterfeiters as higher-value coins, the Mint's advanced plating technology ensures that even the smallest denomination coins are of high quality. For everyday Canadians, the 2012 nickel may have seemed like just a small coin, but it actually represents a complex mix of artistry, tradition, and innovation. In summary, the Canada 2012 5-cent coin is more than just pocket change. It reflects the identity of a nation, showcasing symbols like the beaver, the maple leaf, and the queen, while also telling the story of Canada's evolving economy and minting practices. Its technical specifications highlight the efficiency and precision of modern coin production, and its place in Canadian currency history ties it to broader changes, such as the end of the penny. For collectors, it may not hold significant monetary value in most cases, but its cultural and historical importance makes it worth paying attention to. Whether found in circulation, preserved in a collection, or